Hello, Internet Nation. Alex Shanashley here. I've been having a fun month so far because, I'm trying to do the whole sobriety thing, and that didn't work. And literally everybody says that that's not a good idea, which is pretty funny because nobody's saying that it's not a good idea. They're just saying it's not a good idea in general to go cold turkey. Not that it's not a good idea because smoking is tied to my appetite and my ability to sleep, two things that are very detrimental to human existence. On top of the fact that, my anxiety is all over the place, and that's not really in my control. You would think that it would be, and we should all take control of, our actions and our reactions and our thoughts and feelings, but it's a little hard to do that when you've been super excited waiting for something for months just for USPS to be like, you wanna do this? You just wanna sit and spin on it, you dumb stupid bitch. I don't know why you keep thinking USPS has your best interest in mind. But I mean, USPS, it's not my choice. If it was up to me, I would have my mail delivered with DHL constantly, all the time. Y'all would never touch my mail. I would send regular old letters through DHL. I don't give a fuck. If I was balling like that, y'all would never see any of my mail ever the fuck again. Especially considering the fact that I have not seen a USPS person in days. The day after the snowstorm, that was that. I like how everybody's just messaging me now, and I'm just waiting for this one message saying, hey, your package is delivered, so I could, not be upset. Because, even the other day, when I was having those nightmares, I would wake up from the nightmare and be like, fuck, it's still not morning. I still have to wait hours to find out if they're gonna deliver this fucking package, because if it's in New York, what is stopping you from taking it from Brooklyn, New York, the fucking post office, to delivering it in Brooklyn, New York? What the fuck is so hard about picking something up, walking it over, and then putting it down? Is this not your fucking job? I understand if something is difficult for you, don't make it your career. Don't. If it's hard for you to pick things up and put things down, clearly you aren't built for lunkhead things, so don't do lunkhead things. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not work with boxes, work with shit you don't have to pick up, work with fucking prisoners, because you don't have to pick shit up. And that's not true, you gotta pick their pills up and their food and their tray and all this other. Work in a fucking office where you type all day, because that's all you're capable of doing, the grunt work, the sheep work, because if delivering boxes is too hard, then just don't do it. And I'm tired of, that is not in my control. I could be as casual as I want, but if this package disappears, that's $100 down the drain, and I don't even know if Good Smile is gonna fucking replace it, because I don't know what their policy on that is. It's like, oh yeah, we shipped it, and then USPS stole it. If you think I'm not gonna go to PayPal and be like, hey, this item never got delivered, it said it was delivered, and now I'm opening a case again. I am tired of Nendoroids disappearing. It's one thing for me to buy a Nendoroid off of Macari and that to disappear, but for me to pre-order through Good Smile months in advance, pay for this bitch months in advance, just for it to finally ship, and then USPS is like, no, this is mine now. I was the loser that didn't pre-order any of these Nendoroids, and I'm gonna keep your toga instead of buying my fucking own like a responsible adult. But anyway, I'm just struggling to keep my shit together, and everybody around me seems to just be fighting to make me lose my mind. And I'm trying not to lose my mind, but I can't yes, I am about to roll a blunt, because I, one, am preheating a tamale and should eat it, all of it, not just pick at some of it, which I know I'm gonna do, because the second I smell food, my body is like, oh, I'm not hungry anymore. And I'm like, bro, you can't keep doing that. And I have to eat at least one thing today. At least one thing. I have to have at least one meal today. And then tomorrow, my meal replacement should be here, which would be even better, because then I won't have to smoke to take a meal replacement, because drinking is easy for me. And then I can start, like, maybe get energy in my body so I can do stuff other than nothing all day and just feel anxious all the time and probably malnutritioned and whatnot. Get some nutrients in me. Get some, like, sustenance, some vitamins that I wouldn't normally get because my diet is crap in the first place. And then maybe I'll probably transition over to a vegan diet again because, like, sometimes my body is just like dairy products, meat, blah. And I'm just like, bro, you gotta eat something, I'm not dealing with the hunger pains again. I don't know how many times I can, like, go through the torment of that feeling without just, like, wanting to die. So let's just eat something. So we're gonna, like, transition. So February is a transitional month. And hopefully USPS delivers my packages. Hopefully Himiko shows up today. I am just so worried. I'm just like, I want this so much. It's one of those things that I want so bad that I'm so worried it's not going to show up. So, like, question. Who's buying me a replacement if she doesn't show up? Which is going to suck because if this package disappears, I'm buying one. I ordered 2, probably to sell 1, but I'm only buying 1, so I'm losing 2 and I'm paying for 3. Somebody's getting sued. Like, if I see the mail person, it's like, I know it's probably not your fault, but now you have to get beat to death because somebody else decided that they weren't going to deliver the mail at all. So now you have to lose your life because your fellow employees didn't want to do their job. I guess you're sending the message, unless you want to, like, personally go there and bring the person who refuses to deliver my mail to me to save your own life. Like, if you come back with the cops, I will kill all of you. I don't know what you think this is. I don't know who you thought this was. Like, I'm tired of you guys stealing specifically my Nendoroids and my fucking skateboards. Anything that brings a smile to my face. And it's like, my Nendos are my medication these days. Because it's like, I don't think my brain has been producing serotonin recently. I don't think it's been doing that on its own. And the only time I ever feel like a semblance of joy is when I look at my Nendoroids. They make me happy. That's the only thing that makes me happy. They're my friends. Like, sleep with all of them in my bed because I'm super lonely. I need somebody to, like, snuggle with. Well, I don't snuggle my Nendoroids. They're tiny. But I need somebody to, like, hang out with because the only person that wants to hang out with me also requires me to turn the fucking heat off in my room, and then I freeze to death, and then somehow he still smells funky, and it gets all damp because just sitting there is too much for his body to take. It just uses too much energy just sitting there and talking. It's just so much. It's just too much. It's just too much. I don't understand. I don't. But anyway, I'm pretty stressed. And I'm super bummed at the fact that, like, as I was telling my therapist, it kind of puts me in this endless abusive cycle where it's like, I could buy Nendoroids to make myself happy, but then USPS has to actually fucking deliver them. Like, I did my job. I raised the money to get this item. Do your job and deliver it. And now I have to, like, I'm going to have to start going out in the middle of the pandemic and hoping that these American stores get product. Because, mind you, Good Smile is going to get the product. Good Smile America is going to get the product from Good Smile Japan before anybody else. So if I'm not going to, like, order from Ami Ami, which I don't order from Good Smile America anymore because fuck you. Fuck you. I'd rather pay $20 to have everything shipped. Like, granted, Ami Ami isn't out here to, like, rob your bitch ass, alright? So they're not, like, separating every one of your pre-orders. Like, it doesn't matter if it comes out at the same time. It doesn't matter if you pre-ordered it all together. They will separate every fucking pre-order. Like, this Nendoroid, if you don't order multiple of this Nendoroid, they're gonna ship all your Nendoroids separately and then charge you shipping for everything. Compared to Ami Ami, that will just, like, put all your shit, like, to the side until the last item comes out and then put it all in a box and ship it all together. Like, smart people do, but I guess here in America, all we care about is fucking capitalism. We don't even care if the product gets to you safe, as long as we get your money. But anyway, I'm really stressed, and my anxiety has been off the charts lately, and I am not doing well mentally. But I have plans of actually, like, changing things, you know? I bought a meal replacement because, as I said, I can drink stuff, but eating is difficult, so I might as well just, like, drink meal replacements, you know? Drink smoothies. It's better than nothing, and then at least if I do that, I can, like, get the nutrients that my body needs, so then maybe I'll have the energy to work out and then do stuff, and then, like, working out will make me tired enough to fall asleep at night, and then maybe it'll be a healthy cycle that I'm starting, and then eventually I can, like, move on to solid foods or eat more solid foods as time goes by, you know, as my body adjusts and all that fun stuff. And then I got some protein powder because I want to build muscle. So I'm hoping that I can use the combination of the two to, like, build muscle, because when I was a vegan, I lost all my body fat, and I don't want to go back to that. I'm fine with my tits just, like, melt away. I'm fine with that, but, like, my ass, no. For one, I need that for sitting. For two, I mean, I just want to have an ass. I'm an ass person, you know? I mean, I'm also a boob person, but that's, like, on other people. It's the rare occasion I'm just like, haha, honk honk. Because you said it's a honk honk. Like a fucking child, because I am a child of God. Which, you know, I'm trying to, like, that's another thing, because I'm trying to, like, have faith in the process as well. Because, like, before, I would just, like, freak out and panic, and now I'm trying not to freak out and panic until bullshit just goes wrong, you know? Panic after it says it's been delivered, but it's not chilling on your doorstep. Not like, oh, they're just taking forever, and for some reason they decided they were going to be dumb about the whole pandemic thing. Like, I understand having less people working because of, like, social distancing, but what does that have to do with the machines? What does that have to do with shit not scanning? What does that have to do with tracking being off? Like, it only takes one singular person to scan an item. Why is it taking forever? Like, I can understand if it takes forever for shit to move through the system, but I should not be waiting an entire 24 hours for my shit to update just for it to update and say that it is in transit. You know? Especially when you're doing dumb shit like taking packages being delivered to New York City that are landing in New York City and then transferring them to another state. Like, my nigga, if you're taking something from JFK Airport, which I personally can take a train to. I could take the A train to JFK Airport. Like, do you need me to take my black ass on the A train and come pick my package up? Because it makes no sense for you to put it on a truck and drive it past my house to take it to New Jersey, just to drive it back to New York. You know how stupid that sounds, right? Like, I understand times are hard, but that does not mean do extra work, because why are you doing extra work? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Somebody's moving a box. I swear, people keep getting packages, and I'm not seeing any of my packages, and that shit is depressing me. But I guess Tati's home, because that nigga don't do shit. He don't be doing nothing. Anyway. So my insides are on fire. I think my acid reflux has just been like ass. I don't know if that's because I'm not eating a lot or if it's just like in general, but a lot of the time I just wake up and it feels like I'm full of acid. Which doesn't help because, like, I have a deep pit in me. So now it's like a deep pit with a literal burning sensation. And I don't know if it's just like anxiety or that or what. And, like, I've been talking to my therapist about seeing a psychiatrist, which I personally find will be interesting because I think that there's something very flawed with our mental health system here in America, but there's something extra flawed about the whole psychiatrist situation. Like, I can't possibly be the only person that thinks it's more logical to not have a psychiatrist. Like, why do they have the ability to, like, give me medication that's gonna alter my brain when we only have a 5-minute conversation? You know? It's like, why is it that the person that's in charge of giving me the medication to help my trauma and my mental disorders is the one that I'm not talking to about my trauma and mental disorders? You know? And it's not like there's any form of communication between the two parties. You like, literally, my last psychiatrist called me and she was like, "Oh, so how are you feeling today?" And I'm like, "You literally called me while I'm biking somewhere. I'm fine right now. You know, like, I'm fine today. That doesn't change the fact that I want to die every day. But just because I'm fine right now, you think that means that I'm cool? I still want to die, you know? I still am dealing with all this stuff, and I'm just like, what is even the point? Like, I've been doing all the work for so long, and y'all have just been, like, doing jack shit, you know? So why should I even start medication if it's gonna make me feel crazy and insane and not work for some time? And it's like, I don't really need antidepressants, which you would think my therapist would, like, catch on that it's the anxiety that the real issue is. Like, yes, I get sad about shit, but you know, I wouldn't have panic attacks if I actually had somebody to talk to when I started panicking. Like, I probably wouldn't even start panicking if I had somebody to have an actual conversation with when shit, like, when I got upset, you know? Instead of just, like, because it's like everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, you can talk to me, but I don't want to talk at the wall." If I wanted to talk at a wall, I'd be making a YouTube video, you know? At least then, like, people respond. People say they're listening. There's some type of response that's not just like, "Oh, that sucks." You know what sucks? Me wailing on you with my precious little fist. You know? The fact that I wear 4 rings and 2 of them stick out. That sucks for you. You know, that's the kind of shit that you say, "Oh, that sucks." Oh, Alex wears rings and now they're, like, punching you. Oh, Alex has extensions in their hair and now they're using them to choke you out. That sucks. You know? You know what doesn't suck? You know what that sucks isn't a response to? Fucking anything. If somebody's trying to process shit, don't "that sucks" them, and don't just repeat shit that they're saying. I'm gonna make a video on how to respond to someone who is sad, because y'all really need to learn that, like, brushing shit under the rug is not the way to go. Like, you gotta acknowledge how they're feeling. I want a chicken sandwich. Keep thinking about Popeye's chicken sandwiches, but I don't think I can bike there because there's snow everywhere, because they don't salt the floor anymore. They don't salt anything anymore. It's like, just because we're still in a pandemic doesn't mean that the roads need to be fucking dangerous, you know? It's like, we can social distance and stay safe. Nobody is running up to the car of the guy who, like, salts the street. So if y'all could just salt the street, please, so that we don't have piles of snow everywhere. Like, just because y'all aren't going anywhere doesn't mean that you should let the snow around your car turn into ice. Because, like, people still have to go from the street to the sidewalk. Like, literally, I had a cab pick me up last night, and then that shit went, like, 2 houses down, which I guess I didn't mind because it went to, like, an opening in the snow. But I also don't want to walk 2 houses down to go to a cab because, like, there's ice everywhere. Like, I almost busted my ass when I got out the cab because there was a giant splotch of black ice in front of the fucking hotel room. So, like, maybe let's not be irresponsible about this. Like, I think I would prefer piles of snow in my hotel drive parking lots than fucking ice, you know? Like, y'all are just doing the most to do so little, but you're doing more work. Cause, like, what if I had busted my ass? What if I wasn't one of those, like, losers that just gets back up and keeps going because that shit doesn't matter? You know? What if I decided I was going to go down and make it look like I went down hard and then sue? What then? But I swear, ranting to my phone makes me feel better than talking to a person half the time. And it's like the phone doesn't respond, but it's better than hearing how that shit sucks. Like, I get that it sucks. I literally feel like I'm being tormented. This is my life. I am aware that it sucks. That's why I want to fucking die. Because it sucks. You telling me it sucks doesn't make it suck less. It actually makes it suck more, because I wanted to have an intellectual conversation about the situation at hand, so that maybe you could, like, catch me at a point I wasn't, like, noticing, so that I could look at the situation from completely different eyes. You know, get, like, a second view on the whole deal, so that I can, like, process it in a manner I didn't think about, so that I can think outside my bubble and then, like, see something that I didn't see before. But you know what I can't see? Actually, no, you know what I can see? Shit sucking. Because I'm there, feeling it. I can see it sucks. I can feel it sucks. The desire to slit my wrist open and let my life force leak out until the life fades from my eyes describes exactly how much it sucks. So unless you want to see the visual representation of exactly how much it sucks by losing me, stop fucking saying that it sucks and it's terrible. Say some shit. Talk back to a bitch. Like, can we have a fucking conversation? Niggas always talk about, I'm here if you need to talk. Nigga, you're here if I need to rant. You're here if I need to vent. You're here if I need to scream at a fucking wall and listen and, like, hear about how bad my situation is. I don't know if you realize this. I guess people don't be going through things. I guess everybody doesn't have emotions, and they don't feel and experience shit because they don't realize that situations that suck. You know, like, saying it sucks is not validating that something sucks. Like, tell them that you understand their feelings. Tell them that you, like, can see where they're coming from. Give them, like, pointers on what they can do to make the situation better. Ask them if they just want to talk, or if they need, like, feedback on the situation. Like, if a nigga's like, I just need to talk, I just need you to listen to this for a second, by all means, come with, oh, that sucks, that's too bad, oh man, that's terrible. Come with that then. But if they're like, no, I need to talk, do not say I'm here to talk if you need to talk. If all you're gonna do is give some bitch ass replies. But anyway, this video is probably gonna go up relatively soon because our Wi-Fi doesn't suck complete ass. So if you see this before tomorrow, if you see this the same day that it's been posted, and I don't know, there's no, like, follow-up video of me having a fucking moment, losing my fucking shit because she didn't show up, then please, like, pray with me. Pray to whatever God you believe in that my Himikos arrive safely and today. I pray to my God, and my God loves to watch me suffer, which is why they weren't just here when I woke up. It's like 4 in the afternoon and I'm still fucking waiting. Now I have to wait till fucking 9 for it to be like, oh, JK, I guess we'll come tomorrow, even though we could have came yesterday. You steal my doll, I will find you. I will make you wish that I would kill you. Nobody's gonna find you. And it's gonna take some time before you die of starvation, before I'm done with you. And I hope that makes the whole thing worth it. I hope that made it worth it to not just pre-order your own fucking Himiko Nendoroid. I hope it makes it worth it to not just ask if you could buy my second one. I hope it's worth it. I hope it was worth the pain you're gonna be subjected to. But fingers crossed she shows up today, because I'm tired of USPS and their bullshit, and if they think I won't throw my bike through the fucking window, obviously they don't realize the power of pleading insanity. Like, just check YouTube. Y'all already know I am not doing well, and if you want to provoke me, We can fucking go, bitch. This is my tomahawk. The camera just like moved so that you couldn't see I was holding a tomahawk. Yes, I keep a tomahawk on my bed. Self-defense reasons. It's better than keeping my weapon of choice next to the door when I spend all my time on the bed, you know? So like if somebody comes in, I mean, I'm gonna hit them with this side. Unless, of course, they mean business, in which case I need to mean business too. There's a lot of weapons in this room. It's like you don't want me to hit you with the back of the tomahawk and then lock you in the dog cage, cause then I'ma bust out the handsaw, and then what? Then what? What you gonna do when I start poking you with the Dremel? What you gonna do? Just like out of curiosity, is this turning anybody on? Cause you're a fucking weirdo. If any of that turned you on, but also, you know, drop me a little cash. I could keep talking dirty to you. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here. Because I'm a fucking idiot. And I should go check on my tamale. But, until next time, Internet Nation, this has been a short ramble from this nigga right here. This niggas right here. Because I'm not a nigga. I'm not a negro. You know? I don't understand why they go with the word nigga if it was, like, taken from the word negro. And the word negro was taken from the word negus, and negus is our word. So why would we reclaim the white man's version? Like, why would you want to be like what? Like, why not just be yourself instead of being something involving the white man? I don't think about that. Mull it over. Maybe like we can have a conversation about the word negus and the word nigga, and how like terrible using the word nigga is. Maybe. And yes, I do use the word nigga a lot because habit. I understand it's habit, but it's a conscious effort to stop using the words. It's just stop doing things, anything. Like a relationship. Life is choosing to do something every day. Like all our choices we choose to make. Whether you choose to admit it or not, you choose to make those choices. Anyway, I was closing out. Until next time, Internet Nation, know that you are loved by this loser right here. And this guy, he's not a loser. He's a tough guy. This non-extra. We're all just living in his world. That better be a message from fucking USPS. Y'all need to shut the fuck up while I'm recording. Anyway, bye.